Uh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so hello. Good evening. My name is CEL2106 and I'm your interviewer presently. So can you tell me your full name please?
Okay, so my name is Muhammad Azizul Hafiz.
So what should I call you?
People usually call me Azizul, or people that are closer to me call me Jijol. That is I would say my nickname, but Azizul will be fine.
Okay, teacher. So can you tell me where are you from?
So I was born at GROUP, which is located in Perak. But when I was 10 years old, I moved to Ipoh, to the capital city of Perak. So we say that I am from Ipoh, Perak.
Okay, now so let's talk about your hometown. So what is your hometown like?
So basically, Ipoh is also known as the city for the oldies, because most of the retired government staff or those who are retired from their previous career will reside at Ipoh, Perak. So there you can see many self-built houses, I would say. Because the self-built houses is they design themselves with their own money, with their own pensions, other recent money, which makes it very unique and beautiful to see those scenery of houses.
So has your hometown changed much since you were a child?
Okay, so since I was child, my hometown was at Rili. So the last time I was there was after I was in 2014. But before that, the last time was 2007. So which was 7 years later. So the last time I was there was a lot have changed lah, because there was suddenly there was a mall was built, which is very convenient for the locals to get better goods, which previously was not there, which is a very I would say a difficulty for the locals to find secure and genuine products. Yes.
So do you think your hometown is a good place to raise up children?
I would say I would not raise my child there, because it was very far away from good facilities that is provided in Ipoh, which is the capital city of Perak. So I would say I will raise my child in Ipoh, due to the fact that Ipoh has many facilities such as high-end hospitals and those malls and all those kind of stuff that will make my family's life easier.
Okay, so now let's talk about pets. Do you have any pets at home?
I have no pet.
Oh, so what do you think? What kind of animals that are kept as pet in our country?
As I've seen from all these years, the most common pets in Malaysia are cats and dogs, or small animals. So yes, because those animals are kind of, I would say, because I have never kept a pet, so I would assume that those animals are easy to keep. I think.
So why do you think people keep a pet?
From what I've observed, pets are a very good companion, a very good listener, I would say, because some people consider pets are their own family, and sometimes when they are alone with their pets, they will express all their feelings about the day or about their life to the pets. So I would say pets are very important for certain individuals.
Oh. So now let's talk about reading. How often do you read?
I would say I read a lot.
You read a lot. So what is your favorite kind of book to read?
I would say I like books that tells facts that I would not expect to know from that book. Yeah, something that weird, something. For example, I would say like the wonders of the world. You know?
Okay. So do you think it is important to encourage children to read?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Reading is very important for children, and it is what makes people good in life because knowledge with reading increases your knowledge, and knowledge is essential in achieving everything or any kind of things in your life.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, I will give you 1 minute to think what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you want. And okay, do you understand?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here's some paper and pencil for you to write down any notes that you want to write. I'll give you 1 minute from now.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, what is the topic that?
Yeah. So the topic that I would like you to talk is describe a present you bought which gives someone a lot of pleasure. And you should say what the present was and who it was for and why you choose it. And explain why the person who received it was so pleased. Okay, so your 1 minute starts from now.
Thank you. You can ask, explain.
Explain why the person who received the present was so pleased.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, your 1 minute is up. So, alright, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about this topic. So, I'll tell you when the time is up. So, can you start speaking now, please?
Thank you, sir. So basically, apparently, it was just a few months ago that I bought a present for someone that very special in my life, and what have I bought is tudung or scarf, and I bought it for my mother. And basically, my mother is an enthusiast of tudung. You know, she likes to collect every kind of tudung and every shades of color. And personally, I don't even understand why she likes to collect tudung. And because it was a few weeks before I gave her the tudung, she complained that this tudung is out of stock at the nearby boutique. So when she find out that, and she was very upset, and I can't even understand why she was so sad about that. But I choose to resolve that problem, and I find every single boutique that sell that tudung, and I finally managed to found one, and it was a very beautiful tudung indeed, and that is when I finally understand why she likes it very much. And apparently that is one of the collection. That is one of the tudung that she really would like to have in her collection, because it is a very limited one. And I'm very glad that she likes that tudung very much, because it completes her collection. If you see her collection in the cover, So I'm sorry for the technical errors that occurred. So I would like to go back to the part 2. So basically, if you can see the collection in the cupboard, there are so many kind of shades of colors and many kind of tudung that I would not understand, and I would not dare to count how many tudung she has. So I'm really glad that she likes it, because that passion what makes her happy, and as a son I must support her passion, and I'm glad that she likes it.
Thank you very much. So we'll be talking about the time when you give someone a present. So now I like to discuss one or two general questions. So let's consider first of all about presents for children. What kind of presents do children ask for today?
Nowadays, in this technological era, I would say with the many kinds of advancement in technology, with those gadgets and what it has come up to date in the past 10 years, in a very short time, and with the fact that every parents have their own gadgets in their pocket, so I would say children nowadays will ask for gadgets as their present, because it is what to be expected from children that has parents that most of the time relies on gadgets in their daily routine. So yes, I would say children will ask for gadgets.
So what effect has advertising had on this?
Advertising, yes, advertising. I would say I would like to give an example, such as Apple, that sells many kind of gadgets such as iPhones, MacBooks, and iPads. Those gadgets are very attractive to, especially for children, I would say, because of their advancement and how they can show various kind of children videos, which in common sense children attracted to, fun videos. And yes, advertisement, and Apple did a very good job on this, because their target people or target individuals are teenagers around 13 to 20 years old, and their advertisement also attracted children, and those parents that allow their children to watch so many kind of videos on YouTube would came across this kind of advertisement and would attract to it. So I would say advertisement has a very impactful impact on children on this.
Okay, so should advertising that directed at children be banned?
To ban an advertisement is very difficult, I would say, because it includes so many kind of authorities. But the banning of advertisement, I would say, will be on the responsibility of their parents, because their parents should control the exposure of their children on this kind of advertisement through their gadgets. And if we look at the disadvantages of these gadgets, parents should be aware of this importance of restricting their exposure to these gadgets. And from there, we can assume that the banning of advertisement to children has been successful. And I would say parents will play the major role in banning the advertisement.
Okay, so now let's move on to the topic of consumerism. So do you think that is it better to shop in big supermarkets or in small local shops?
Okay, I would say with the big supermarket have better marketing strategies, and strategies that include so many kind of aspects that improves their sales and their productivity. And compared to small local shop with their constant price over the years and no attraction for the customers to come, I would say if you can see, for example, you can see the prices prices at Tesco, a big supermarket, and compare it to small local shops that have no branding name, we can see these big supermarkets provides lower price compared to these shops, and this indeed attracts so many kind of people. There are so many attracts so many kind of people, especially the middle class. And I would say to shop in big supermarket is a very good idea indeed, and it is better to shop in big supermarket.
Okay, so what do you think of dangers of using credit cards?
Credit card is a medium for most people to just swipe out the cards and get their payment done. And for people who I would say shopaholic, I would say they will tend to overspend their expenditure and will get burden of debts, because the burden of debt is very dangerous and it's very burdening for all kinds of people. So the danger of credit card I will highlight is the tendency of people to overspend.
So how can children be encouraged to develop a responsible attitude towards handling money and spending?
To encourage children to move towards the attitude will be the responsibility of their parents. And I would like once again to stress that the role of parents is very important in shaping the attitude and the behavior of their children in not only the near future but also in like 20 years old, 30 years old in later time. So in this case, to develop a responsible attitude towards money and spending, I would say the parents can encourage this behavior with, if they can also show how to spend, how to save money and spend reasonably in their daily life. So, and also the parents can also bring them to campaigns that promote this kind of stuff, save money and spending. So from this kind of activity, not only they will boost the relationship between parents and children, but also can initiate more or less their attitude towards this positive behavior, which is spending, which is saving money and spending.
Okay. Thank you very much. This is the end of our speaking test simulation.
Thank you.